Hey all, I know it's been a while since I did some videos and I wanted to get back with you on a few things. First of all, I wanted to talk about the Bob Larson video because I still get comments on it and stuff like that. And people are wishy-washy about it. And some are agreeable and some are not. And there's a few other things I wanted to get to. So let's talk about that and stick around.
And now we interrupt, disrupt, and crash this station.
The man fighting for peace, his legacy, truth in a sea of stupid.
Filtered for your sarcastic enjoyment, Ghostgetter.
Not sure how long this video will be, so I'm just going to do what I do and do it well. Excuse me from my microphone. I haven't used it in a while, so it's kind of... Anyway, there were some people that didn't like the video still, and there's some people that do understand what I'm talking about. If you don't know which video I'm talking about the one where I go after Bob Larson couple of times because he does videos on exorcisms. One he does from Skype, and how one of the people that were on Skype was copying movie characters and so on and so forth. Even though there are people that would not argue the fact that he wasn't using movie characters, because he was, and I proved it. There was no argument with that. The argument was with the fact that if he's a real minister or non-minister. So this video is not necessarily about if he's a real minister or non-minister. Video is about the fact that I was talking about what demons really do, and, some call them falling angels, whatever you call them. I've had shows about this several times in the past, and I have experience about this, because I've been dealing with it since the age of 5. Now, I've confronted people that were possessed. I've confronted things... I was in a church where they say they can't take human form, and I actually believe that in a way. But there have been a few times where I kind of wonder, because of the certain person I ran into when I was a teenager, moving to Texas. I'll get to that later on. But mainly, this is more to do about experience and what I've seen in the videos that he has done more than anything else. First of all, I've seen the power that they have. Now, granted, they don't have as much power as God does, and as much power as God's angels do, because, I believe they were stripped of a lot of their powers when they fell from heaven. And God kicked him out of heaven. But it's a lot of things that they can do that I've seen in the Bob Larson videos that were basically, to me, were BS. Now, it could be one of two things. One, either they're playing with you, playing with Bob Larson, playing with the people in the audience, and just, messing with your head, making you believe that what he's doing is true, which it is not, or it's an act. Now, I say this because of, like I said, the experience I've had over the last, my entire life. I can go back to 5 years old. I have seen things that it is totally impossible that you just can't comprehend in the mind. What I've seen in this video was, for one, there is no way on this planet that two people can hold back a person that's possessed. They were having two people, and sometimes one person, holding person back that was possessed when Bob Larson was doing stuff to them. I have seen the unbelievable strength that these people have that are possessed. I've watched it on video. I've seen it in person. The list goes on and on. There is no way that a human being can hold back the strength of someone that is demonic or demonically possessed. There is no way. 2, if Bob Larson was truly exorcising a demon out of somebody, and this person was demonically possessed, and there was a demon in him. First of all, the demon wouldn't want to leave. Second of all, the demon would expose every sin and every lie and every little nook and cranny that Bob Larson has in his entire life back to the age of, in the womb. Just so that he would not exorcise them out of the person's body. If they really, really didn't want to leave Bob Larson's body, they would expose every little detail about Bob Larson to embarrass him, to humiliate him, to do whatever they can to make him stop doing what he's doing. That has been known to happen in exorcisms. They would throw every trick in the book at Bob Larson. There was none of this stuff in any of these videos. You don't see chairs moving. You don't see people floating. You don't see the power of magic, basically, that they have. I don't know if you call it magic, but there's things that I've seen them do that is impossible, that you watch the video and say, oh, this is pretty weak for somebody that's supposed to be demonic. I've seen them create shadows of people on walls, okay? I've seen them create voices of people that are not dead. Family members, friends, things like that. People that are not dead. I have sat in not this office, my last house. I have sat in this office, not this office, in my other office in the other house, and was doing work on stuff for my radio station or radio show, whatever it was, one night, and I saw somebody open the door and was looking through the crack of the door. I thought it was a person that was in the house. Now, I got up and walked over and asked, yes, is there something you need? I got up and walked out and walked to the living room and bedrooms and stuff like that, and everyone was asleep. There was nobody up. This is the kind of things that they do to your mind. They jack with your head in so many different ways it's not even funny. I've seen them create doppelgangers of people that ain't dead. If those of you that don't know what doppelgangers are, that is when they take the image of somebody that when they're miles away and all of a sudden you see them and you talk to them, or they're right in front of your face and they're not there. They're not supposed to be there and they're miles away. I've seen circumstances where that has happened. So if they have this tremendous power of doing certain things, creating footprints, making things disappear and reappear, you name it. If they have the power to do all this stuff and mess with your mind and give you details of things in your life that no one's supposed to know, things in your life that you've never told anyone in your entire life, but yet somehow there are people that seem to know this stuff, or the possessed seem to know this stuff, and then you watch video of a priest or whoever, preacher or televangelist or whatever, and it's exorcising a person, and they do none of this stuff. And you watch it over years after years after years of seeing the things that they can do. And you watch a video of it on YouTube, and all you can see is a person acting like a fool, making noises, and acting like they're having convulsions, and meanwhile the one person's holding them back, and they have to ask an interpreter to speak to the demon, because apparently the demon doesn't understand a certain language, like Czechoslovakian or whatever it was in the video, and you have to interpret to the demon what Bob Larson is saying, as if the demon doesn't know English. They know languages thousands of years that have been lost for thousands of years. These demons have been around since the, past World War I, past World War II. They've been around before the Revolutionary War. They've been around before this country existed. They've been around before Europe existed. They've been around before Christ. They've been around before Moses. They've been around before Adam and Eve. My point is, they've been around for thousands of years. They know languages unknown to man. And for you to need an interpreter so he can understand English, something's got to be amiss. Okay? It doesn't sound right. So one, they're either playing with Bob Larson and the people in the audience, which is not a surprise either, because I've seen them do that. You can't believe anything they say. Or two, it's a big lie. It's a big hoax. So for people to come over to me and act as if I'm some bad person, look, I'm not a bad person. Just because I get on here and I say, and I've given a lot of thought, okay? I've given a lot of thought. I've got on here and I talked about, and I think I'll do a video on it. I've talked about certain people in the past that I don't like because of what they done to me, or gang stalking or whatever it is. And I gave it a lot of thought, and I said, you know what? I can't be hateful. I can't be angry, and I can't hate the person. Because I thought about it, and deep down, that's just not me. And so I don't hate the guy. I don't hate the people in the audience. I don't hate the people that comment. I don't hate people like that. I get on here because I'm trying to teach you and show you things that are going on so they won't happen to you. Things that are going on so you basically understand how certain things work. I'm not a expert in PhD in demonology, even if that exists, or have the highest honor of the certain religions or anything like that. I'm just a normal guy like everyone else. But I will say I've had experience in things that I've dealt with my entire life. When I have in the past gone ghost hunting, I didn't go ghost hunting to find ghosts. I went out in these places to prove that these things exist and they are not ghosts. I went to prove that these are demonic and not human beings. And I've had shows about that sort of thing for years. So, do I know everything? No, I do not know everything, but I do know when someone's being had or someone's playing a game with you when it comes to things like this. Because I can go on and on about the things that I've seen that tells me this is BS. So, if you want to know more stories, I can tell you, but I'm just telling those out there that watch these videos, it just takes a little common sense to understand what exactly is going on, especially when it comes to people like that. Maybe it's his people in his church have been coming after me. Maybe it's his, I don't know. I don't care. They can not like me all they want. I don't hate them at all. I don't hate anybody at all. I'm just here to prove to you that this stuff does exist and to help you when you want answers of why certain things happen in your lifetime. Don't go to Bob Larson to get him to take out a possession in you or to anything like that. If you want answers, the answers are in the Bible. The answers are with God, not Bob Larson, not a certain preacher. You go to the Bible first. You read what it says. You find God in here and not in here. You don't use your eyes. You use your heart. You use your brain. You use your faith. But that's all I have to say about that. I'm not here to be a jerk or anything. But I'm just trying to help you out. And maybe If I have any more, I have some, because it seems like every time I go to do these videos, I have a whole bunch of things I can say, and I just can't remember what I was going to say when I get in front of the camera. But I hope you enjoy it. I'm sorry it's been a while since I did any videos, and I hope to do some more here soon. I'm trying to do a few of them here. Oh, by the way, before I do leave, one thing I did want to mention is due to YouTube's algorithms, since they've been banning people of religious faiths, or banning people that believe in God, and not banning the evil videos out there, some of the bad videos out there, I noticed a lot of YouTube videos are getting worse, and they're taking down some that are actually not. I'm not expecting to get thousands of followers on here, millions of followers on here like a bunch of YouTube channels do, or get money out of it. As a matter of fact, this is going to be a very hard channel to find because, one, it's going to be secretive. I'm not going to use algorithms to find me, because a lot of this stuff, if I talk about, will end up getting banned because they don't want the truth getting out. So if you have a hard time finding these videos, just ask somebody else. But if you see a lot, not that many subscribers, that's probably why. It's not that important to be popular. It's important to get the word out. And maybe if there are some people out there that need to know, then God will find these people. But I'm not here to... so if it's hard to find the channel and you don't see the algorithms in here, well, you're not going to see them anyway. But the reason I'm going to use these algorithms is because of that. So anyway, that's all I have to say, and I appreciate it. Until next time, see ya. Hey everybody, don't forget to check out Reverse 96 FM on TuneIn, Streama, and now internetradio.com.